Hi everyone, welcome back to DIY with Dewey. Today we're going to do an oil change on our 2007 BMW E64 M6. It's the S85 V10 motor. If you find my channel informative or useful, helpful in any way, please subscribe to the channel. Alright, well let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to go ahead and start it. So what I like to do is I go in the car, I press this one time. It's been sitting here for a while, so I want to make sure this is in neutral. Shift lever, make sure it's in neutral. Now I press the brakes and press the start button. So brake. Then you let go of the brake. Came back from my trip before we started doing the working on the car again. Okay. So service due light turned off now. Now it's back to normal. We're just gonna let it warm up for 5 to 10 minutes just to get the oil a little warm so it's easier to drain. Go ahead and turn off the engine. We just kind of want to get a little warm. I don't want to get it too hot. Then it'll be hard for me to touch anything under the car. But go ahead and turn off the car. So go in the car and just hit the stop button right here. I push it once and then I go ahead and push it one more time to make sure the radio turns off. There we go. All right. Now it's off, it's ready to go. Pull up your e-brake, so it's in neutral, and then pull up your e-brake. Well, here are the things we need. We need a tool set, need oil catch pan, funnel, just a towel. I'm using a used microfiber towel. Floor jack, 2 jack stands, oil. So we have 10 quarts of oil and the factory oil filter. And there should be the crush washers in here as well. There we go. Alright, you also need a torque wrench as well. Should be everything. Let's go ahead and pop the hood. So go into the car. Bottom left hand side right here, there's a lever. Pull this, so pop the hood. And if you look right at the BMW logo emblem in between the grills, there's a lever right here. You press up on it, so right here. All right. Here's the oil fill oil cap. Go ahead and loosen it. So we just turn it clockwise, or counterclockwise, I mean. And then it stops there. But let's go ahead and leave it on there. We just don't want anything falling in there right now. Let's go ahead and jack up the car. There's a little block right here. It's like a lifting point. Okay, so we have it jacked up, lifted off the ground. We're gonna go ahead and slide this jack stand to the front. Now we're gonna go ahead and lower the floor jack just a little bit. All right, go ahead and slide your oil drain pan under. Oh, it's hot out here in Florida. So under the car, you'll see the oil pan right there. There. So we need to, that's a drain bolt right here. Okay, so it is a 6mm hex Allen wrench. All right, let's go ahead and loosen that. So putting our ratchet on there, go ahead and loosen it. Oh, what's really on there? Sorry, my phone was balancing. Okay. So I take off that 6mm. It gives me leverage so I can spin it by hand. Good. Make sure the oil pan, drain pan is under it. So this part's messy. So grab your rag. You're gonna have to wipe afterwards really quick. There we go. So here's the oil plug. It's pretty oily. Oh, wipe it. Oil plug, and there's a little O-ring, or not O-ring, but a crush washer on it. Let's set that right there. We're gonna go ahead and let it drain completely before we change the oil filter. Let me show you. So right now I'm laying under the front of the car. This is the front of the engine right here. You'll see this little thing right here, and this is where the oil filter is housed in here. And this is the front right of the car. So here's the front tire. Oh, looks like my tire needs to be changed, but anyways, yeah, I'll worry about that later. But go ahead and remove this. Okay, while we wait for that to drain completely, let's come out and grab your oil filter. So this is the oil filter. This is what's in this package. There's the OEM part number 1147840-594. It usually comes with this. So there's a large O-ring, a small rubber O-ring, and then 2 crush washers. There. So we need one of these right now for the drain plug. Go ahead and open it. So grab one of these washers and we're going to swap it out with the one on the bolt. There we go. So here's the drain bolt. Take this off and trash this so we don't accidentally use it. Grab your rag. Yeah. Clean this up. Make sure there's no debris or anything. All right. New pressure washer on there. All right, it's ready to install. So we're gonna go ahead and wait for it to drain completely before we install this. I'll set it right here. And then that one's ready to go. So, 6mm and your ratchet. Make sure it's on to tightened. Climb under the car again. I always like to wipe the oil pan. And just hand tighten this for now. Make sure the threads go in correctly. You don't want to just put a ratchet on there and start cranking away. So I do it by hand. Make sure it goes in there pretty good. About three turns. All right. And I'm using the towel to wipe it so I can grip the bolt. Alright, so about 3 or 4 turns, hand tighten it, and now you can put a ratchet on there. We're gonna go ahead and get the torque wrench. Okay, let's just get this kind of right when it sits, gets a little tighter. Okay. So I didn't put it tight at all. We're gonna grab the torque wrench and we're gonna torque it to spec. So I'm grabbing my torque wrench right now. And this is just a cheap Harbor Freight one. But I'm gonna show you how to set it. So torque wrench. This one has the adjustments on here. So we want about, so let's look at this. I'm going to show you how to read this, just in case you don't know. On this, on the side of this, it says torque foot-pounds. So what you want to look at is there's numbers on the right side and on the left side. So it goes back and forth. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. We want 18. So you rotate this. Okay, at 0, do you see the dial right here? This number? 0 on 5 would be 5 pounds. So if you wanted 6 pounds, you would go 0 plus 1 right here. So that would be 6 pounds, 7, 8, 9, and then when you see 0, it lines up with the 10. So you're at the 10. So each of these numbers down here equals an extra pound of torque. So we're gonna rotate this. So right now it's at 15 right there, 15, and then 0 on the dial. Rotate, we want 3 more. Oh, so this is the lock for it. So you wanna do a left turn. So then it allows you to rotate this. So let's say, here, right now it's at 20. So that's a little higher than I want. I'm gonna back it down. That's 19, and that's 18. So the 3 is lined up. So 15 plus 3, 18. and it lines up to the line in the middle. So go ahead and turn the bottom to tighten it so it locks this in place so it doesn't rotate on you. We're gonna go ahead and use it now. Make sure this is on tighten, so that's loose. This is tightened. All right, let's go under there and torque our drain plug. All right. Go under here. So you just keep tightening it until it makes a click. There. Do you hear that click right there? Here, I'll do it again. So basically that's at 18 foot right now. So if you go any further than where it clicks, you're going to increase more pounds per foot-pounds. But that's pretty much it right now. It's 18. Let's keep it at 18. We're going to get the oil in, and then I'll check for any leaks. If there's leaks, I'll tighten it more. But I don't want to do it too much. It's an aluminum oil pan, and you don't want to strip the threads on it. Then it'll be a lot more trouble. All right, wipe the oil. Okay, now let's go ahead and change the oil filter and climb out from under the car. All right, oil filter. So we're gonna pull the oil drain pan up here. There's so much oil in this car. It's like maximum capacity almost for my oil drain pan. But let's go ahead and undo this. So it's the same size, 6mm for the screw in the middle. So right here. We're gonna go ahead and loosen this, and we're doing the bolt in the middle, the drain plug in the middle. So here's the filter drain plug. You can tell there's a little O-ring on this one. Let's go ahead and wipe it clean. While we wait for that to drain, let's go ahead and switch this O-ring. Set that aside. All right. Go back to your little bag, and then you have this small O-ring right here. Get that one out. So with this one, I try to just not use any tools and get this off with my fingers because I don't want to scratch up any of the metal. So what I do is I squeeze this and you pinch it. There. Do you see how it sticks out a little? And then now you can roll it off of there. So let me show you. It's a little tricky. There. So I'm sliding forward and then you pinch it. There. Do you see how I'm grabbing it now? There. So no tools on there. I don't want to scratch it. Trash the O-ring. Here's our new O-ring. what we're gonna do is we have to pre-oil it as well. Go ahead and wipe this clean. Alright, so that's pretty clean. We're gonna go ahead and add new oil to this. Alright, new oil. I'm gonna go ahead and open there. So I'm gonna just dip my finger in there. Look at that. Get some oil on my finger and lubricate this O-ring. Alright. There. So then now, once it has oil on it, you can go ahead and put it, slide it over your... I go through this side because I don't want to stretch this too much. You just slide it down. There we go. Alright, so let's set that aside. It's still draining a little bit. I'm gonna go put this cap on so I don't knock it over. These quarts are kind of expensive. Alright, I'm gonna change my gloves. This one. Alright, while I wait for the oil to stop dripping, we're gonna go ahead and open the rest of the quarts of oil. It takes a while to open 9 more quarts. Just opening them, puncturing them so they're ready to go, and then put the cap on. It's like, here's the old bottle that I used to use in this M6, and it's 10W60. Supposedly it's just another, it's the same oil but repackaged, and that's what I've been using in this car for about 10 years. But we're gonna go ahead and switch to this. Alright. Let's go ahead and remove the housing now. Alright. So I have the larger 1/2 inch size. I believe it's, let's see if it's 24. Okay. So 24 millimeter socket. Make sure this is set to loosen. We need an extension on this. It's not enough room because it's hitting the bumper. And add a small extension. This is a 2-inch extension. So this is the housing right here. There's oil in there right now. Just pour the oil into your oil drain pan. The filter is actually still up there, you can see it. I'll pull it down soon after it stops dripping. I'm gonna set it there. Let's go ahead and wipe our tool clean. There we go. Get most of the oil off because you don't want that oil to go back on there after you clean everything else. Alright, here's the housing. So earlier that drain plug goes right there. Let's go ahead and wipe this clean. Alright, so this has a large O-ring right here. The same thing as before. Go ahead and just slide this up like this, pinch it, and then move this down. I don't like putting a pick in it because I don't want to scratch up anything. But trash this. Alright, let's go ahead and clean this again. Alright, go back to your bag right here and grab the new O-ring. Alright, here's the new O-ring. Let's set that right there. Now we have to put oil on this O-ring. So I'm grabbing oil. Dip my finger in the oil, the new oil, and then basically just make sure you lubricate this pretty well. It helps seal any leaks. Okay. Now we go ahead and slide this back over. And don't stretch this too much. Just enough to get this on. There. Alright, so that's lined up. Wipe this. Now we can put this drain plug back in. And this was a 6mm. Alright, I'm not going to torque this yet until later, but it's in there, so it's flush. Alright, let's go ahead and remove our filter. Oops. Okay. Reach up here. And just pull it straight down. So this just presses in to this hole. It goes up there. That filter's trash. Alright, I like to clean this a little bit. And then this hose got a little oil on it too, so I'll wipe it a little. Alright, we're gonna grab our new filter. So this doesn't really, I don't think it really matters if it goes up or down. So I'll go ahead and, I think I always put this label down, whereas this goes up. So take this, press your filter in like that, and now you slide this. Here. Let's do it this way. There we go. Make sure this is on all the way. Alright, 24 millimeter with the extension. So I hand tighten it about 3 or 4 rotations already. Just take this easy, go slow. Ooh. So it actually says SW24, which is probably the housing, 25 Newton meters. So we're going to torque it, and then the inside it says SW6 for 6 millimeter, 10 Newton meters for the bolt inside. So we're going to go ahead and torque it to 25 Newton meters. Yeah, 25. So 18 foot-pounds for the outside. I couldn't find my adapter. I let my father-in-law borrow the adapter to increase my torque wrench size from 3/8 to 1/2 inch. So this, I'll just have to feel. All right, 24. Oh, so this one we try to do at 18 foot-pounds as well for the outside, and inside it should only be about 10 foot-pounds. So I'm going to go ahead and adjust this. Right there. All right, so 10 for the inside. All right, not much at all, but it's because it's a rubber O-ring. All right, we're all done under the car. Let's go ahead and add oil to the car. Go back. Let's go up top. I'm gonna wipe my hands. Got the funnel. All right, go ahead and grab your funnel. Grab a rag. We don't want to drip it all over the engine, so I'm gonna wrap it around like that. Put the funnel in. This cap, I'm gonna set it aside. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna measure up the first one because we need 9.9 quarts. So I'm gonna leave 0.1 quart left in this one. So we wanted about 100 ml left. So we're at 250 ml. So okay. There. So that's pretty close to 100 ml. Right. The line's right there. All right, we're gonna set this aside, use it as top off fluid. The rest of the quarts will go in. We have 9 other quarts. Only 5 more quarts to go. There's it, six quarts. One was under the car. a lot of oil going in. All right, last one. Let's go ahead and take the funnel out. Now you can catch it with the rag that's sitting here. We're gonna grab a clean rag, clean off the oil. And then let's go ahead and put the oil cap on. And just wipe down whatever oil you see, get it off the engine. So, like this, put it down like that, and then if you want it facing towards the front of the car. All right. Let's go ahead and go inside, start up the car, and then reset the oil reminder. We're gonna go ahead and lower the car. So we have an extra crush washer we didn't use. We'll save it just in case we need it later. Jack up the car. Get the jack stand out from underneath. Oh, let me jack it up a little more. So I never like to push down on the hood. I just pull it down and I drop it about a foot up and then drop it. And that keeps it from getting dented from pushing your hand down on it. All right, get into your car. Make sure all the windows or make sure the door is closed. Go ahead and take your key, put it in the ignition. So we pushed it in, and now press this, but don't push the brake because you don't want the car to start. All right, and then you see the service light right there. Go ahead and press and hold. There, let go, press the and hold again. Hold it. Let go, press and hold after it says reset. There we go. Now it says 15,000. Let go. All right, we should be good to go.